Okay, Papa Stui. So I just wanted to ask, is the power outages in Samoa, how's the power outages? Any power outages happening in Samoa over the Christmas period?
Well, we are experiencing power outages, even in some of our church ceremonies have been facing the difficulties, especially with the speakers being turned on to ensure that the priest or pastor's voice can be heard from different parts of the church, knowing that our buildings are huge and people want to hear the sermons fully. And that has been the problem ever since the first government came into power.
I was just saying earlier, Honourable, in my introduction, there's a few people commenting, some positive and some negative. And some people seem to think that we are slandering. We are taufaleanga, what they say in Samoan. I struggle to understand what they mean, but I explain to the audience that you are the opposition leader of the Samoan government, and you have a job. And I look up on Google, the primary job of an opposition party is to scrutinize the government, hold it accountable, and present itself as an alternative government. So when people look at you and they hear you talking about stuff that's happening in the government, they say it's taufaleanga, they say it's slander, defamation, misinformation. What are your thoughts on that? Is this something that people need to be educated, that it's your job as an opposition leader to talk about issues against the government?
You know, they are the ones who belong to FAST.
Okay.
And they belong to the FAST party, whose custom it is kawhaleanga. Lonuenga e mai Mauritaini e whamamlama I tanga te le fie malamalama. Laula ta fio te pole fuo iai mai Mauritaini whamtala iai la tu ana whapea iai ki angi whai ai se ikuro. Ala tau leo na mamalama mea e whamtala tu au. Ai le fie malamalama. O matua no tia o la to malatu I pepelo ia e avatu el malo. Ma leo ni pepelo e fau. E leo ni pepelo fo e tau whamaunia. O ma on whamaunia tolu palmele. E le fi mamlamala ia I tangata la albawale mea o te whautua tua I pea. E ua whamau maua lo taimi. E tangata whapea. Mantua fo I elu ko tu spaia e fasino tolwa ia I la tauia e sigaita e talana it is better to talk to the wild animals than to speak to those kinds of people. Na so ile tu spaia puna. Awa ke fiwa kala wo ere fi malmalama, so what is the use of talking sense to people who never see sense?
Yep. Honourable, thank you for that. Honourable Dr. Tuilaepa, the cost of living, your policies would have been great in this Christmas period. Unfortunately, you weren't chosen to be the government at this moment. But that $500 for each person in Samoa, that would have been great for everyone in Samoa. And the price of living, the chicken, the bread, the milk, it's sad to talk about it because these are the opportunities that your government was going to bring forward. the cost of living, it's still a struggle in Samoa. Has it affected people's Christmases over this period, Doctor?
Look, that's the most difficult burden which our people are carrying right now. Ole tulanga ia le tau soifuanga se matau pula tau avepea leva ona safaya tatu tangata ai mantua foi so se malo ole teimi tulai mai ai ua avea ba malo masani ona tilo tangata imbea wala tu fai le ua isalawaso le ala foi na matu fola ai ia le tulanga o le kola ia pelena ia maisi mea e fatino te tonu a mata fatino te tonu o le salawaso o le lau tatu ia i tonu i le teimi monu e whapenei ua a mata talaitua ia pensione a tangata e tu sai matu folfolanga sa fai mo tu pe na tina ia la tu pepe fou e se me fai el vanga lea
No, man.
ia ale mesili wala tu ilo ai foi ele pensa foi le fiorolo mo na lua sa pelo foi le vai per mia foi el vanga lea il tatu tu i me la tu foi e no tu la mai de lima tau sanga taruai e le foi te pelo i mea o male pelo i lunga le pelo e mai mawala le taimi e a foi tala no ai e le fiera atoa wale mawane le cola el tato atuno io ai la faitio ai faitio pe ia toto alenta o mai i tutte le malala il cola a tutte malala i safa pe ele maulu al tau so fuanga al fainga malo o lo tu lei ele o se ta falera la melna ala ta watu me moli o le tupu ai ele la upu e fa pe truth pets e tinga le me moni e tinga le me mon ya le la wa le mawa ya me sa fola tu el vanga le ya ele se me fo o le me whatever.
Thank you, Audible. So there's nothing, the fast government, just to clarify with you, Tuilaepa, the fast government had nothing like this to give to the people. Is it just that $1 million to every district? Is that the only thing they have to help the people, cost of living?
Which up to now, it has not yet been activated.
Okay.
Up to now. Ai pawa le mele tala no iai. Ole avi fola to sui e te ia te fono. I fono fa vai na ia fa wa e pe ala to fa pio.
Okay. That's thank you, Doctor, for that answer. We have there's still the issue on the police commissioner. I just wanted to touch on, there was a police commissioner by the name of Egan Kyle. The time when you were there, he was when I first saw him, from just looking at him, he had there was videos of him taking in drugs, bringing in people with guns, which was great for the people from outside to see. I know that he had some experiences in he brought his experiences from America. Your thoughts on the police commissioner? Is Egan Kyle to help the problem that we have in Samoa? Do we need a strong commissioner like Egan Carl like that, or is the commissioner doing a great job at the moment? What are your thoughts on that, Tuilaepa?
Tele pia fatu saina se komisi ia Egan Carl.
Yep.
Ele komsina olo ele o tele si faia ia fatu sana fa pela. Ai pawale me le teni sa ia Carl. E mawa le toa le foi komsina ele ma se fefe ma tu ai luma e fa ngai ma fala se me fiete komsina le awai o squainga pawalo na foi na tura nau ngā luenga lau lead from the front.
That's right.
E leo se komsina hoi lele e whaiana whaai unga na tuturi leo o tangata e whai. E whaiana whaai unga na alua leo i e tua i luma. Ale dangerous la le mele na. O ia foi la le tangata papa mai wa whana o ia mu la vea. O ia mu maliu. O le winga na foi komsina ele fefe e tu luma. Ai mai sa le o sofai ia o sofainga a foi a fiai ia le loka mai no tangata o lo fatau marwana o me foi la fai morianga o Egan Carl on walu foi arrest minister at the side market moriai papel o tangata la fai morianga fasa ya Egan Carl papel o sela na le arresting o tangata la wa matau la sa le ya tangata la lu ya Egan Carl arrest mai that's my response to your question.
Thank you, Doctor. And just to follow up onto that, we also have drug issues, and also linked to drugs is guns. Now, I wanted to touch on the issue here. The guns in Samoa. Our current Prime Minister of Samoa, a few years back, was linked to guns coming into the country. And I think allegedly it's linked to his son. I'm not aware fully of the story, but I was aware that there was a box of guns that was transported to Samoa with the current Prime Minister's name all over this. Now, moving forward in our... Yes. Yep.
Sa maila na utafana o li poti foi la ia na fasala mai na toro mai utafana ona ka ofile le official tute ele se le chane a orela e temile o minsta e wala con faccio ole tele la faitonga in la foitemi sa fa newspaper e to tele isi pisinici slia mle sulli maya ala fia fainala to le sele pata wain fana a soitai ele italiana ale tuta na le taliai pui foi leo la tele ia fale fata wai fala ma tu pui fale velave ala fale velave a tupu e ono afia e ono maliliwa ia leo la toia teimua io so fai ngai fai ono fa ngai fala a tangata lo faia le tulangala na yai sa fai tio ina i foi le lile ua le limpalmia ua to tele tamata e fatali ni la to le sene te ia ua mai fala le limpalmia le ia le sene ke ia le ua bo le sene ko nga me fa penga ma kwa soli tu la fono le tu la na le popole ai il mele le tu la mai stangata e ave pale mia ai tau solo moia te io na soli tu la fono me fa pe ma fa sa ia ia lava e mo mi ai e ni leo tau sisi la tu che le pe foi e lo yesili al malo la toi e fai mo molia fa changai e minsta uma pol palmia pol minsta e o mai lo palmia fa sa o e te lo fai io so tu la fono e ale fa mar magala ma to mai le fa mar matua e tu la del lable lo e da tu malo.
Just on Tuilaepa, to follow up on that, Laoli has now come, the Prime Minister Laoli has come out and said he now wants a ban on guns. Is this a little bit of a contradiction with a man with a history with guns? Now he wants to take away the guns and the drugs, which is a good sign, but just the history, the contradiction between the two.
Well, what he said is great. He saying the right thing.
That's right.
That's what he ought to do, what he ought to say. The problem is, can we believe that? That is the question.
Yeah, that's right.
Can we believe? Too many times he had promised to do this, do that, and he never does. He never does. So this is the problem. A leader who can never be trusted.
Just with, following on that, Tuilaepa, a leader that doesn't keep to his promises, or can it be done? So the Fast government has come in and they've taken out the Wharf Agreement that you originally had, which was going to open up a lot of jobs. They've taken out the airlines, Samoa Airlines. They had gotten rid of the airlines. These are big issues in Samoa. These are big things that Samoan people can benefit a lot from. Is Laoli got anything to counter this? Because I can't see anything that this leader has to help the country, which are suffering from these low cost of living. What is your...
Onei forfolanga fai. Ole a mai le valele ai patu ke te lima se lau ta la alta. Ele se me kupu. Ele va per fai ni pisinisi. E a fai fo e mau inisi. Ele ona to fato fale to tupe. Le anda to mata o sunga to pe na la tu la to mai nei le an ko se ka wo ia ia la to o mai tu pe na fo ia ne ele ana no tanga Samoa Amerika ni China Maltalia ia o mai ko ngile lo al fa Samoa al mo ka Samoa se manu foi fai le misa alle teta e al malo ia ma le sa le ma mista e le alla tatu lo pai ia le whaonga se o latu se le ni. Sa su e mai su ngā tupe ia taluaina o Alaska. O kora se tete. O i Brisbane. O lolo winga e lea e ma se meoname. O se whai unga maka ngā kere whai unga whai. O le tau nuk mai le valele i le vai le a malo ai o cancel le whengai ngana whai. Ia o no le to ale le 4 miliona tongi ma company e kawai le telepenga e la tō o le whengai ngana. Ia, ma le pisa ia ma pau pai mua ngā 4 miliona ngā ruai i le cancellinga. O le afo i le vale, e whai mai o kaukake. La mea la atu sai fu e kauka. O la kaukongi e la kupe. E kaukongi e le atina e ia e tupe alu le atina. O le tulangala le na whaingatate le o na territoruina se taitai. E tala noa i se vale le. Ai o koe whafo i le vale le ua o koe kiki a o mai whanua. Ai na mafo i la o na whafo i la valele. Ta si ai mafo anga o loto leanga. O le loto leanga. I le tele o me whai le exapi pi mole atunu. Lea la e tupu mai e le mele na o le apa mai whai valele. Tau le iai le exapi ti. Wa whaka wake ringi.
Tuilaepa, that's the fast party, that's how they are. The way they're governing Samoa it's a bit, I don't know how they're doing at the moment, but if you were in government, can you get these issues settled? Could you get us a plane? And are you able to create something back with, get the connections back to create the wharf, create things happening in Samoa?
La wai fai kionge le mea kama yaku o peso mai ile e kalesia e kalango e formai kalango e fai au kale no pola le meu wan we fu kalango fasa la mai ana kalango un fasa la mai fua wa ala fasa la mai kilo kalango ala la wa mea le kalgo mai ale nga ale e oi ia sitanga te le tongi o la toto ese le makanga ia mea le mato de pai malanga la ngai ia mata upuia wa mato le la nga o mo va penge o mo kwa le ma fai un kawhiwhia kamalea. Ela ngeinga koe telengese. Ai matou whaasila ina o whai unga le o lato whainga whawai o lo whai.
Thank you, Honourable Dr. Tuilaepa. In your time as a Prime Minister, you were scrutinized about the land and your relationships with China. They attacked you and said that you sell off so much land to China. You know, that was one of the main points they said about you. But I just was wondering, Tuilaepa, your friends in China, are they the same, the friends that you have in China, the relationship you have in China, are they the same friends that Laoli has? Are these the same types of friends that Laoli has in China? Or are they different type of people that Laoli is dealing with?
Ngaka lea e sauaka pero ai pui. Pui sol kula fongo. O mat eleni o sainga. Al pawale mea o sainga ia e felo e mel malo. O le malo i le malo.
Okay.
O felo inga fal malo, felo e malo i le malo. E va pengamo me soka inga e a o fo inga fai felo inga mel malo ya pari. E felo e tatu malo, male malo ya pari. E leini senga fo i e finga la kupisu sikua e mako ke felo a i se i vanga na la fo yo ni kampangi o mai fia kalangoa. Inga la kupisu se fakusa mo fakongu lea e ana o fatonua lea le ofisa e kikudo iai. E vai po lea le kulanga sao lato tal sanga pe o mi kampangi e kalikonguinga pe le ai. A le atolu le manio Samoa e maua meiai. A le tulala na e reingi kampangi e mako ke whawo iai a senga ngā o le malo senga e mako ke te rā.
Leading on to that question, Honourable Tuilaepa, it seems that Laoli has a connection with friends in China. Another link there has got to do with this new currency, cryptocurrency, with Sasina seem to be involved in this, the village of Sasina, Laoli's village. Is this a good thing for the future of Samoa to get money from this type of area of the cryptocurrency? Is this the future of Samoan of getting more money for us, Tuilaepa?
Mea le wha ingoa i le okupe fau. Ngā le kasia le mea talanoa le malo i koe ngā mea whapea, pusingisi whapea. O nā o le kovana, o le whaltupe tūtu tonu. Ma le lato komiti. O lato una o i lalo le tūlafolo lo la tu fatinoa ngā luenga mo le pulea tau se leni al malo. Ia ma sue i koe ngā pisingisi o kupe palpala. Ia walawa nge yofi mai kongo Samoa. Le taliatu la le mata upule la. Agai uma i le faltupe tūtu tolo la to ia i le malosi le la. Tawelwa vai tutoa i mea. O le whaingatale la, mo meo o kanga whai me pio nge. E o mai au mai sao i le au malo po il palemia. I lunga le lako karikongunga masangi a ku uvoi mai ai e corrupt a lako kai kai. E o ala i lunga. Ele mga kuhoi le a whai mai loka mai lunga whai. Whai loa. Ele wha pengala o whai ngofia Samoa. Langa iei ka ko kula whongo e. Ele mwhai ngosonga oso vale le pale mia whai se mea. Ala iei ia kula whongo e ka whiowhiai. Lai maka i kule le mai ele mkangalu kupe. O le loia siri ia wha penga whoni suku siri al malo.
Thank you, Honourable. Just another question here on the. I wanted to get an update on the rugby. Has the Prime Minister signed the treaty with the Australian Rugby Board? Any luck of him getting the signature from him? Okay.
But make sure for sao mata upu e fatal noi la o sao mai kongu me pio pio. La luega ale tulanga le ufa manino ko manino mai nei. o tupena Australia tongi e malanga ina tu sa me Australia lono vinga la se atol mamlama lenga ya lauri e mai kupe kuwa kuyo lima pe mai foi makulima lo vinga ma kuyo lima wa lo le fai me pi o ma pe foi ma sangai
yeah. Another question here, Honourable Tuilaepa, is the Manalui boat, the boat that sunk near the Safata. I've seen a report that some people are questioning whether they got enough money for the compensation for what the damages on the village and the surrounding waters. It's just your opinion, Tuilaepa, as if you were the leader. Was that a fair amount of money that was compensated to the people and the damages that's come from that?
Ele kai level selling. Ele kai level selling in Miami sila. El kakao nga memoya. Sa tao na nga se nga fapitoy la toyen to mai. E matao putau le fatamayanga. O si manga nga te fale. Aleo me le risi me fa pena faya. Ia ma tauilo ai na le to nga taui. E to na mai ma to na sa tangata.
Yeah.
Ele wa fia la to soifua. E ole mele la e o mai ne te mil ele o fa malam menala pole akongwa le menga alwe fore vale I o te mitolu o le so war nga te fale le wa ye tonu momoti muga ma fa ele taino il palolo e a o te a o so fu fero e fu I fen mai o fu e lo le lo sami ma le am te lo la e ni sila le mafuanga la na mai le vai ma ku poi fa fica dia wa fainai e le fiona sa fata le tu la folla o le van cau la ta ku le vai fa fa te foi mal ta ma le matanga luenga le sisio manga. Ea, al tu la lava la leta tu te iai, mai le si mea wale mabra mai le ku, le sui mea le mabra mai le ku, I si foi bo mea e go fo pong sai le ku.
Would you have done anything different, Tuilaepa? Would you have gotten more money, do you think, from pressure the New Zealand government?
Pressure all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Pressure all the time.
Yeah.
I'm silly. Olato faya. Yeah, if I go feel more time. After le foi pressure largo for ele tu la chicken. Io la le pressure mo me va go. Le va ya se va al ka ku le si ku fenta. O chicken, I got go for. Le se me ka si faya. A fia ku le FMI. E me puleang Tuilaepa le ai lava masianganga e fai se soang I boka koka ko ga malora le fere ngai ma ka koku le ai masianganga e fai sa me mo soang I mafakianga ka koka e le se ko fale la melga ala ka wa ku sao.
Yeah. And what's the reason, Tuilaepa? Why do you think the governments lack with the pressure and the pressure and the pressure? Why do they lack with pressure? Is it because they're scared? Is it because the inexperience? What do you think is the reason for them not pressuring these types of issues towards governments and issues around our country? Yeah. Okay. Doctor, I wanted to talk to you about the district council chairman system in Samoa. I'm not sure if there's something new, but my understanding is if you get chosen from your constituency, you are the pule of that constituency, but I'm not sure if this new chairman system. Are you able to explain to us a little bit how that system is, how that system works, please?